What wowed the buying public during the launch of the Range Rover Velar was its split-screen interior setup. The car looked and felt inside out like a concept car. The current generation Velar is technically an upgrade, but reverting to a single-screen setup has raised eyebrows. But does the rest of the car justify the price tag? We find out during a drive across Pahang's countryside with the Routehunters community members. There was always a bit of a gap in the Range Rover range of cars. The Range Rover Sport and the Range Rover were huge cars, while the Evoque was properly compact. There was a need to meet in the middle, and that's the gap the Velar was meant to plug. The concept car and production car shared a lot of similarities both inside and out. From the pop-out door handles, slim headlamps, small glass house area. Inside though, the twin inbuilt screen is replaced with one massive stick-on screen. We leave it to you to decide if you like this look or not, but we prefer the older system. Under the hood though, the Ingenium engine gains a few more HP and torque, powering all four wheels. After our brief at the Routehunters Garage, we proceeded eastbound over to Karak and regrouped at the Karak petrol station. This was the last proper fuel stop until we reached the midpoint of the drive. The first drive route saw us heading southbound on Route 9. We last took this drive route during the Grand Tour southbound trip with the Mazda CX-5. The much bigger and heavier Velar could carry significant speed out here even in the wet, but is scary due to the size of the vehicle and the size of the price tag. It is, however, hugely refined, soaking all the bumps and imperfections on the tarmac. We regrouped halfway to catch a breather. The second route is something no one speaks about. Cutting across Felda plantations of Pahang, these roads are wide and sweeping. Most of the surface was smooth, some parts of it were choppy. The Velar shined here with its turbocharged Ingenium engine and 8-speed gearbox. The air suspension system did not bottom out or fell stiff. We feel it's much more comfort-oriented than the Porsche's Macan. The brisk pace meant we reached Temerloh a full hour before lunchtime. After parking our cars across town, we took a stroll along the esplanade in Temerloh through the bazaar. Temerloh is where the Semantan River and the Pahang River meet. Aside from its awe-inspiring sight, you also get to take a boat ride along the river. The deep brown water and the mighty Pahang River was not everyone's cup of tea, but for those who braved the ride, it was a surreal experience. Our drive concluded at our lunch stop. Patin Bangau is a household name in Temerloh, and people queue for miles for their patin fish cooked in tempoyak. We had an overload of patin masak tempoyak, plus we reminisced about the drive. Range Rovers are bought as status symbol mainly. Beyond the badge and futuristic design, the Velar is truly functional as a cross-country machine. Few cars in the market can give such a sporting drive at this level of refinement at any price. The highlight is its air suspension, which can provide a responsive drive experience yet extremely comfortable. The drawback of the car is the cost-cutting done on some of the switchgear and the center screen. If you had not gotten used to the previous system, this won't bother you. Is it a deal breaker? Maybe not. You showed up in a Velar. You won.